Hey Kids Club, this is Tara, and this is my son,
Logan Brown.
and he's going to join me today because I wanted to just talk with you a little bit since we don't get to be together at Kids Club, and Logan doesn't usually get to be at Kids Club, so he's kind of excited today. Can you say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Hey. Well, during this time, we are obviously not doing Kids Club. You guys aren't going to school in the normal way. You guys are doing something a little bit different, maybe doing school at home. And so I just wanted to share a story today. Now, before we share the story, if you want, you can go to our Kids Club playlist and sing the song about how God is powerful. So I'll pause, I'll wait. You can go sing that song to start thinking about God and then come back. Are you guys ready? Okay, are you done? Did you guys sing with us? I hope you guys did. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to share with you about is a story we've actually already done with Kids Club, but you can actually do it at your house too. So if you want, grab a bowl like this, put some water in it, and Logan had the really cool idea of, we found some toys at our house. He found a bunch of Legos to be the disciples. And which one is going to be Jesus today?
Batman.
Batman.
And just in case, I put one of the power things on it.
The power things, because God's powerful. Jesus is powerful, right?
Put it back on.
So for today's story, we wanted to remember a time where the disciples, they were going across a boat, and Jesus had just taught all day, and he was really tired. And this story is actually in Mark chapter 4, at the very end in verses 35 through 41. So if you wanted to look it up in your Bible at home, you can find that and you can try to read it out loud with your family, maybe even write it out or underline it. So if you want to look that up, it's in Mark chapter 4, verses 35 through 41. But Jesus and all the disciples, they got into a boat. We're going to pretend this is our boat, you see? You want to put it in the water?
Yep.
And Jesus was also in the boat. And then all of a sudden something started happening. What started happening, Logan?
A huge storm came.
A huge storm started coming. And so what should we do for the storm? Should we blow on it or swish it? What are we going to do? Should we move our hand in? Oh my goodness, a storm started coming and the boat started shaking and everyone was afraid. Ah! And meanwhile, during this whole time, guess what Jesus was doing?
Sleeping.
He was sleeping. It was crazy. And the disciples went to him and they rushed him saying, Jesus, Jesus, help us. They were afraid. And Jesus, all of a sudden, he stood up and what did he say?
Calm.
Yeah, he said, quiet, be still to the waves. And when he did that, what happened to the waves?
The Legos in.
Oh, a piece of Lego fell in. That's okay. What happened to the waves? It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
The wind stopped, the waves stopped, and everything was calm. And it was making me think, when I was thinking about this story, about how some of us right now, we may be afraid of something. We may be afraid or scared, or maybe we're just concerned, like we don't know what the future is going to look like, or we don't know what's going on right now. But what we do know is that God, Jesus, or Batman Lego guy, he is so powerful that he is the one who created the whole world. And so even the wind and the waves obey him. And when he says, stop, quiet, be still, he can stop those waves. And in the same way, when we're feeling afraid, we just need to go, well, not to Batman, but we need to go to Jesus. And we can tell him that we're afraid. We can tell him that we're scared. We can ask for help. And so we can do that in a lot of different ways. We can pray. Remember, we can pray quietly inside of our minds. We can pray out loud, where we actually talk out loud. Some of us like to draw, right? Or we like to journal, and we could write it down and just try talking to God. And the biggest thing is, it's so important that when we're going through something, that we talk about our feelings. So if you're sad, if you're scared, it's important, go and talk about your feelings. Tell your family, talk about that, and let's work it through together. But one thing that I want to challenge you with is, even in the midst of this time, even if you're feeling afraid, even if you're scared, even if there's stuff going on, not only talk about the things that you're afraid of or the things that you're kind of disappointed in, but look for things that are good. Look for the ways that God is showing up. Because as we have talked all the time this whole year, we've been seeing how God, how he is so big and so powerful. He can take even something scary and he can do something good with it. So what is God doing in your life that's good? What are some of the things that you're afraid of that you need to turn to God and ask for help? Only you know. But today I encourage you. I hope you guys look this up. I hope you maybe even try this at home and see if you can make your own boat, if you can find your own disciples in Jesus and play with this and just experiment together. So I love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye.